Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Long, and today I will be pitching you a term project, Delta News. Main goal of this project was to combat clutteriness of size of website. A lot of news websites try and just pack as much information into a small area as possible. What I've done is I've just simplified the UI so it's easier to read, less dense, and easier to get through. An example of this is with CNN, as you can hear. They've got just everything, um, ads, got live stories playing. Uh, Everything is just out of. It's not like a line together. What I've done is just get more simplistic, here to read, here to navigate. Um, when doing my project, I reviewed different people. Two of them were from university. One of them was um, another gentleman that I had met a through some career studies stuff. Um, and I just asked them a variety of questions, got some baseline facts about them, and I went through talking to them, their data lives, gathered a lot of qualitative data, sorry, and analyzed to get a good read on their day-to-day lives. I gained a real insight on who they are, what they're about, what their viewpoints are, and I use this information to develop user personas based off of them. Included key attributes, as you saw on this last slide, like age, occupation, and some long-term and short-term goals, as well as some of their daily stuff that each person does. And I used the personas to guide how I designed my website. Now, as for error handling and diversity accessibility, when designing, I did a lot of preventative design measures, make sure there would there were no blatant errors, um, visual indicators to help users. I also did an undo and redo option in case something did go wrong. It allows go back and forth. They make a mistake, or if something on the website goes wrong. Now for diversity and accessibility, I made it screen reader compatible by in a font. So had kept a clear, concise visual hierarchy, help users get through uh, guide themselves through it. I also gave some alternative texts for images for those who are using screen reader. Helps because oh, now I go back through and talk with some of uh, users that got the antennas from, and some things that they brought back to me were that navigation buttons on some of the pages weren't there, which I and I also they gave me a said that broadcast page would be just there. Um, some websites it's like seeing have that, and I feel like it's have it somewhere else, different section. But I might take this into account when my final product. Or I definitely will. All right. Now I'm going to show off what I've done so far. This is just the main page. When you click, like I was talking about with the live news broadcast, that's this down here. Click, it goes to a new page, back home. But they were talking about was just making it right here and it plays off of there by embedding the video, which is decently easy. Sites like YouTube, the video, and then you can use little images to go to different articles. These are supposed to be little articles and their descriptors, and this will be like a slideshow, different pictures of articles that will go across the page and take you to whatever article's up there at the time. Right. And up here you can see a little search bar that'll also let users search the site and find old articles, new articles, things that interest them. And these little buttons up here are to guide to different types of articles. Say sports or general news, weather, what have you. Moving on. Some of the things I've learned throughout this project. Simplicity is definitely a key factor when it comes to designing. That's something I definitely learned during this process. I found that it's easier for users to understand your designs. They're designed to be simple. And I also found that it was easier to design with accessibility in mind. It's easy to design something for a differently abled party than have to go back through later and modify your final design to better help those people. Something else that I got from this was to avoid assumptions. It was definitely when I was going through my design with my personas. I found that some things that seemed obvious to myself don't necessarily seem obvious to other people. And yeah, that's about it. I'd like to thank you for listening. I think I both captured the goal of creating a simpler web design for a website. Yeah, please let me know what you think. Thank you.